What are you glaring at, you slug face? Another jerk pretending to be Goku? Do you think I'd be fooled? Let's start over. Time to die! Don't underestimate me. Time to die! Take this! Lay down! Don't underestimate me. Go, Bob! So, just what are you?
Okay, let's begin. So glad to see you, Piccolo.
Welcome back to boot camp, kid. Now let's train. Come on.
starting to get exciting! You just keep getting stronger, don't you, Piccolo? Let's see how strong, huh? Yeah!
Look who's talking. Fine, we can fight, but I won't go down so easily.
You're pretty strong, aren't you?
You do know who I am, right? Just one bastard after the other.
go. Make me get serious. Come on. It is over here.
hon.
Let's do this! You're my opponent? Here I go! Coming on in! Get mad at me again.
I will be victorious, even if it means my own death! Ready! protect the future. Here I go.
I go! I'm going to squash you like a bug. Here I go! I go! I'm going to squash you like a bug! I go! I refuse to lose!
One, two, three. Mic is working, I think. Downsides of being on PC. the PvP life is very bad, and I'm gonna be kicked out because I'm doing nothing in 60 minutes, which is kind of sad. But yeah, downsides of playing the game on Steam is that the PvP aspect of the game is pretty bad. Especially thankfully I was able to have like 4 or 5 or 6, 7 fights, which is great. Then I had one person who kept challenging me non-stop, which happens sometimes. They happen sometimes. I just take them as a yes because it's like, why not? I barely have a chance to actually play PvP because PvP is basically dead on Steam. Don't know about the other platforms, but it's basically dead. The only time we get to play with people is when I ask people on Steam if they want to grind Super Mix Capsule Z's, which I'm running low on actually. I'm now reduced to crafting Super Mix Capsule Z's because I got 99 version of the Super Mix Capsule, and every time I do my expert missions now, I'm getting my demon crystals now. So yeah, I have like 54 demon crystals. If I can do the crystal raid, I'll be fine because I have so many. Ugh. So yeah, that's the one time you get to play with people. It's like you do raids, you do expert mission or parallel quest tours. That's about it. But actual PvP, very very rare. Like here, very few people are actually doing it. Like I'm the only person who's consistent, and I think Night 18 might be a cheater, mostly because of his Vidal. Like it's mostly because his Vidal. Because like Vidal doesn't have a move where they do spread shot retreat. Because I'm wearing the same Vidal as him, and my Vidal is not spread shot retreat. It is going back or going forward something. So which means, but then again, that's only my assumption. I'm not sure. Hmm. What to talk about to pass the time? I really can't think of any. I can't think of so like for example, if you've been to my streams and where you hear me talk, you know I talk about civil war, mostly in the United States, because their border conflicts getting on. We might, I might have an actual civil war in the Philippines. Yes, I just doxed my country where I'm currently staying, so there's that. So yeah, they're gonna have a civil war. We have a Mindanao secession movement. Then again, it's not truly a movement. The main guys who actually wanted it to be its own country is okay with what they have already, which is basically a Hong Kong situation. And they don't want to secede. The person who wants to secede is the former president because the current president double crossed him and is now willing to serve him up to the internal judgment body or whatever. Not cool, man. Not cool. You joined forces for you to be elected. Because like that's the only reason he got elected because the Duterte fans were willing to join him. Ah yeah. Oh well. And the only reason why uh then again it's like the main candidate who could have become the president or at least challenged Duterte during his presidential run died during the race, which is kind of sad, but it's like hmm. Who would win? The military front in Ukraine is becoming a stalemate issue now. Like, unless US is willing to fork out 3 times the amount of money they're offering Ukraine now, Ukraine and Russia will just be in a stalemate. Russia is going to debt, but they're not going to debt with a country without. They're going into debt, I think, but they're not going as bad as Ukraine. Ukraine's debt is so high now. Like the reason why I say that is because the thing that the American does is not technically donations. It is an ROU, which is a similar thing they did with the United Kingdom during World War II or World War One. So now, so now if Ukraine wins, the US just gets another country that's willing to pay for like It's already how much money? I don't know on top of my head. I could search it online, but I'm too lazy for that. I know it's like it's already in the billions, possibly trillions now, or is it 100 billions USD now? Investment. So that means that Ukraine will have a long, long time to pay for that if they win. If they lose, they still have to pay for it because it's like based on the Russia interview, I couldn't watch it because I don't know if I can watch it because it's a Tucker Carlson interview, which means it's on this website, which means I have to pay for it. I think I haven't tried, so but I did watch a YouTuber who explained it. So if Russia wins, Ukraine still has to pay for it because they will still be a country, except like more parts of themselves will be lost, or the current parts that is currently lost will just stay with Russia. I don't know what happened to the Venezuela front or the South American front. I don't know what happened to that. Then again, it's just a country that wants oil, trying to steal oil from another country. Aye. Then we have this Asian front, which is Taiwan, or whatever happens, because there's a chance that China might attack the a Philippine vessel, which in turn might spark a war. Because unlike Taiwan, which doesn't have an official treaty that's binding to the United States, the Philippines does. The Philippines does has a binding treaty because currently Taiwan situation is like a mistress situation. You don't really try to support your mistress if you have one. So yeah. Maybe that's why the current president is becoming more friendly to the United States. Then again, really depends who becomes the president this year. Like, who becomes the president? Like, is it Trump? Is it Biden? There's Nikki Haley, but then again, nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. Like, they did a pre-voting or whatever, and the number one voter, the number one candidate was like anybody, nobody there or something in one of the US states. So doesn't look nice for her. But then again, it's just really, really boring. Like, just who becomes the president of the United States becomes boring because it's just gonna be like who's the Democratic nominee versus Donald Trump, who is most likely to become the Republican nominee unless something happens in the courts. We can talk about social issues like stuff, but like the only social issue that I can think of is not that well, really. Like I can't really think of any main social issue that yeah, I can't really think of any. Yeah, I really can't think of any. Dragon Ball Daima is coming. The only thing I can think about is like Seed Freedom. Right now, is like I really want to watch Seed Freedom, and it's not available. It's still to be decided. Oh my gosh, Gundam Seed. Like I like that universe. Because it's a retelling of the original UC universe, but better. Mostly because the conflict of the Universal Century is basically what if the United States were Nazis? Basically it. What if the United States were Nazis? That's basically the story of the Universal Century. It's like Zeon wants to be a free country of itself because they don't get equal representation on the Earth Federation side. Yeah, basically the Universal Century is basically the independence war of the United States against the UK, where the United States is just Nazis because they gas an entire space colony, which is basically like a war crime or something. So yeah, so because of that, uh, and but then again, it's like the Federation is also bad, but because of how it's a thing, and that's my mom. Another reason why I don't like using a mic because I'm not alone. I don't have money for my own place. So yeah. See, that has like three main sides: people who are against coordinators, people who are okay with coordinators, and people who are just neutral. Three sides. Because you're gonna like something, you're gonna hate something, and you're gonna be neutral about it. So yeah, that's C. And Seed is more realistic because it's based on racism instead of like places. Because like like the, like having a sense of community or whatever takes multiple generations to build up. And the universal centuries thing is just recent. Oh my gosh, there's someone here finally. There's someone finally here, and I feel sad because like I am 257, there's zero, but who knows? Maybe there are a god in this game. Like the only person I know how to play is Videl. Like Videl. Like everybody else, I'm not good at it. Like I tried playing Khalifa to practice, couldn't get any of her moves straight. Then again, I mostly play my CAC in this game. I just mostly play my CAC. Like the only reason you want to play a cast character is for PvP. Cast characters, PvP, CAC for PvE. Android 18. Android 18 smooth is not that great. Like, I just saw Supreme Kai of Times moves being good. Then again, oh my gosh, the lag is a real thing. Then again, we're both red. Oh my gosh, I'm losing. How did I get the stamina break? I didn't even get. Oh my gosh, I most likely will lose this. I don't know. I dodged that. And I lost. Downsides of low net visibility. And my opponent is still fighting me. In the end, I lost. So there's that ouch. Then again, it's like maybe I'm just a bad net game and they have the advantage this time. Oh, and I'm gonna lose so many points. I lost. Or is it just gonna be one again? It's just gonna be one. Oh. Who would win in a war? War is interesting but very sad. But then again, it's very interesting. Like there's a reason why when the one number one top games is based on combat. It's in our genes to desire conflict or to expect conflict. There's another reason why boys are not doing well in schools because that's not the number one thing being focused on, which is conflict. It is more on the other arts, which is not something that was loved upon back in the day because it's like smart people did not get to feed you. It is the people who did physical tasks that gets to feed you. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you want something, you need to make sure you can win. You can get it either through force or through skill. Because that's the only way of getting something is through force or through skill. Because like if you have skill, you'll build enough resources so you can trade some resources for the thing you want, or not. You have to get it by force. Or there's a third option, which is you choose not to try to get it by force, and you try to get the next best thing. The next best thing. Lack of talking, lack of speaking, deteriorates my tongue muscle, my tongue, which is a muscle. Hmm. I really don't know what to talk about. Like, there's something in Master Duel, like an event. That's why I did Master Duel. I think I saved it as a highlight, and I think it's still there on the Twitch. Think so. There's that. Master Duel's okay. Turns out there's enough players that I can use my deck to win with. Against and again, it's like I'm currently a low rank. I'm only at silver. Duel Links, I kind of have the meta deck, but I'm not sure because it bricks a lot. Like it bricks a lot. Then again, I just need to have more copies of the grade. I mean the level 8 dragon card that can help brick it less. And trade in is a very good thing to make it brick less. That's why I add montage dragon there because like even if I have like 3 useless dragon cards, I can at least use montage dragon, summon itself, and I have a 7200 beat stick, which is great. Uh, there's nothing to do in this game. Technically, there is. I should try and get my character to level 120. I'm just 4 levels away now. I think I'm 4 levels away. I'm not. It's either 4 or 5. It's okay. This I just had a match where I was facing his opponent and the lag was so bad that none of my hits came through and I lost. Oh well. It's about time I feel that pain. It's about time. It's about time I feel that. Like in Steam, the chance of you playing against okay, there's a person here. There's a person here. At least there are 2 bars compared to the one person. But then again, I'm not sure if I will have the same amount of pain as last time. Then again, you only lose 1 point when you lose. Thankfully, I have not reached the point where I give more points when you lose like 10 or something. Hopefully, Vidal will help me win because that's the only character I know how to use.
I
And I
won't
don't know how
win.
to use it well. That's the thing. Like, I don't know how to play the character well. I don't know how to play any character well. I don't even know how to use my CAC well. Don't I know is how to play PvE, which is charge, use Emperor's Death Beam, repeat. Or charge, use meditation, then charge, turn to beast, then use the weird dance thing to give me 3 bars and stat boost. Then use my ultimate. I just do PvE.
Squash you like a bug.
Then again, it's like why is why is the person not disappearing? Oh my gosh. Well, playing PvP with friends is nicer because you know their net code, strength, and stuff. Yep, it is sweaty. But it's the only event right now. Might as well use it. Might as well use it. I don't know why a person picks Tora. Toa? Yeah, Toa as their thing. Doesn't have a good ultimate. Her ultimate is just charging. Maybe her movesets. Then again, like they're better characters to use. At least, but then again, I don't know play this game. Don't I know how to play PvE? I shouldn't try and criticize them. Like, but why Toa? It's like, what does she do? Like, what does she do? She's more of a thinker than a fighter. She's more of a thinker than a fighter. She's more of a thinker than a fighter. Yeah, it's very sweaty. Like I'd like one viewer who just asked me a while ago, it's like, "Do you want to do PV? Do you want us to fight?" I said, "Sure." Then I kept losing 9 games in a row, and I had to pick the most cheesiest way to fight just to get that one win because I don't know how to do the Z skip or the vanish skip or whatever thing he keep that I see people who are top level of PvP do, where they vanish without using the stamina thing to dodge. I'm so high. So I had to use the cheesiest move, the one which was Sword of Hope. Literally, I used Sword of Hope because my Earthling is like level 50, 60, so low. So there's that. So I had to use Super Trunks for it. So yeah, that's the only win I got, which was the cheesiest way. Like it was the cheesiest. I took so much damage because I can't even charge. Like yeah, it can't even charge. So it's like I tried doing basic attacks, but he kept dodging. He kept moving around. Every time I tried to hit, he moved one step away. Damn, it was damn. Like yeah, I had to take hits. Then again, I was gonna take hits anyway, so I tried to use none of my super attacks because like using super attacks against a high level player is not worth. It's not worth the investment if you know you have a very good ultimate attack that is worth the investment. Like Sword of Hope, literally, it brought him down to the last bar of health, and it was so close to losing to. It's like, ugh. Then again, I had closer matches with a more less easy plays with when I'm using Videl. So like Videl's more like my main. Then again, it's like when the spandex came, when the spandex tournament came, I used Videl. When GT characters came, I used GT Vegeta. GT Vegeta's super's not that great. Final Shine is nice, but it's like, but the combo strings are nice for GT Vegeta. So there's that. And there's a reason why I got. Then there's a reason why I use Bardock more because like there was like a Goku lookalike tournament. I was able to join in, so I was able to use Bardock for a couple times. I tried going to the Goku tournament, didn't wasn't able to. I was only able to get one game before the event ended. Oh well. Those are the only times I get to actually play PvP because like my level's not that high. I technically it's pretty high. It's 116, I think. It's 116. Let's check. Return to lobby. Yeah, it's 116. Oh my gosh. Thanks in advance. Wait. I went to the lobby. Who is this? Oh my gosh. I check who's this little sis thing and my game just became like this. Why? I don't use cheats because I am too lazy to use them. Oh well, I don't know what's happening right now. I just want to check the character, which is little sis who was there. Uh, and the only other time was like the multiverses, the new way to play PvP against people, which is similar to PvE, like to raids, but weirder. Uh, I tried to look at the person and they're not there. Uh, I might be forced to exit Xenoverse 2 and yeah, I'm gonna might be forced to exit Xenoverse 2 because like my screen is like this. My screen is like this because I wanted to check who that person is. So yeah. Okay. Okay, never mind. Thank you whoever you are.
I won't
Thank you
lose.
whoever you are. You saved me from resetting my game, so there's that. Hopefully, I'll give you an interesting. Oh my gosh, it's Skefla. I literally do not know any. Don't I know? It's like play Videl, do basics, a lot of basics, then do my ultimate, which is Justice combination, and hope for the best. Like, oh my gosh, I used up all my stamina. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so lucky with my hits here. Oh my god. I don't know how I got the stamina break in. I won, but it was very lucky if I would have lost. And thank you for the follow page. Under no, it's not page. It's Papa underscore no money. No underscore money, which is all of us. We don't have money. In the end, it's like inflation is getting higher and higher and higher. Like inflation's getting really high. Then again, because we're having more and more people not making the base raw materials. Like if the cost of food becomes higher, then it affects everyone. Like it's the bottom down. It's like if the cheapest thing becomes more expensive, then everything else becomes more expensive. Also, a lot of people are talking about the Great Reset, but then again, the Great Reset is basically war, which is a big problem. Like, you have to kill a lot of people. Like, you literally have to kill a lot of people to do a big reset because it's like, first of all, value of the value of labor is extremely low because there's so many people going out of country to get the labor value they want. So countries with certain labor values, they're getting it way cheaper than they should have, and countries with a certain standard could not get any form of labor. But then again, that's country's own problem. But yeah, you have to pick and choose your problems. There's also population collapse. Population collapse is a big problem with a lot of developed countries because people are not having kids. Some people it's cause, others because it's community is just dying. Like the community is dying, and also people are not willing to grow up. Like me, I don't want to grow up. Like who wants to grow up? I have now 30 minutes of idle time left before I'm kicked out, which is surprising because I have 2 hours and 36 minutes of streaming. And it also says here 2 hours and 36 minutes of streaming. I also I have to go check go to content, video producer. Biggest thing is I was streaming earlier a while ago. Yes, I was streaming this game earlier today for almost 4 hours. The only thing I did in that was just I was doing expert mission 16, a little bit of 17, but it suddenly became mostly 18. I somehow figured out a way to beat it by myself. I just pick a character that's Key Blast based because if you're gonna finish the game, pick a Key Blast based character. Because no offense, strike based characters are good for PvP. PvE, not so much because they don't do so well. And based on the fact that spoilers, this game's already close to 7 years old. The final move your CC does, is a Kamehameha, which means the game expects you to be more key based, at least in your first playthrough. Which is really annoying if you like using strike based moves, which is very annoying. After I level up my character here to finally 120, which will be, who knows, maybe I'll get it next year, depending how often I play. It took me from level what level did I start it at? 12 or 13 and became 16. Oh, someone's here. Thanks in advance. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Oh my gosh, it's just one bar. It's literally one bar, and you can't kick a person even if they only have one bar of thing. But then it's like maybe I'm the one bar because these bars they only tell you based on your perception, not the opponent's perception. Maybe I'm one bar, and they're blue.
Here I go.
That's another thing. Like you don't truly know if you're the one that had the bad connection, your phone had the bad connection. But then again, I'm streaming, so it can't be on my side. Maybe it's the server thing. One thing's for sure, I will not be within the top 100 or something. Because it's like the people who are truly sweaty in this game. Actually, put more effort in this than me. We're just clashing non-stop. Okay, I suddenly broke the thing. I broke the stalemate. Okay, this weird move of weak attack and dodge is so nice. And we clash again. And yeah, Sinyan Kwaila because it's Chinese New Year. Okay, one. Sinyan Kwaila. Kong Hee Fat Chai. It's Chinese New Year. And fun fact, if you're single, if you're single, even though being single is a bad thing in Asian culture, Chinese New Year is very great because all the married relatives has to give you red packets, which are ang pao or hong pao, which has money in it. Is to share their good fortune to you because if you're single, you don't have a good fortune or something, which is nice. Uh, but that's only if you have a head of the family who's willing to make a Chinese New Year thing. If they don't, the Chinese New Year is like barely a holiday, like barely holiday. So there's that. So I won, which is great because kind of gets I like had so much advantage, but I ran out of stamina, ran out of ki. Oh yeah. Then after when it comes to leveling up characters, level up your first CAC because that CAC is most likely gonna be your strongest. Then use Dragon Balls just to set up the build. Once you're max level, then make a purposely built Key Blast character. I recommend the Freezer Ace because the Freezer Ace has the best Key Blast Awoken, which is Turn Golden. It gives plus 30% to Key, which is identical to Beast, but unlike Beast, it only gives 30% to Key. Everything else, it doesn't give a boost except it gives a slight boost to speed and changes your basic Key Blast to faster Purple Blast. And it decreases your Key Restoration, which I think they should remove the nerf to that because like it hurts the Freezer Race. And it's only three key bars to turn golden. Like all the other good awoken skills, like Beast requires you to consume 5 bars of key to transform. You can't be just at 5 bars. You have to consume 5 bars of key. Then there's Potential Unleash, only gives you a 15% boost. The others like the Majins, it turns you basically to a carbon copy of Kid Buu. So even if you make your build key base, it doesn't even work because you have to purposely build your character in such a way you can use strikes and key because of the fact that Kid Buu has good strikes and key blast, but mostly key blast supers and ultimates. Then there's Earthlings. Earthlings are okay, but the fact their only good transformation is the generic ones because their race based transformation is is basic attack adjustment and stuff, so not that useful. Purple, whatever, is not useful. Saiyans can be a key blast with the female Saiyan character, but then again, it's like the best key blast awoken is Blue Evolution, and you need a specific Super Soul. So might as well go Beast with that because Blue Evolution gives 35%. You need a specific Super Soul to keep it alive. You want to use Emperor's Death Beam. So not worth it for Key plus PvP option. That's why the Freeze Ray is the best. It has for the Key Blast option because it has Turn Golden, which is a 3-bar transformation, and it's useful. It's basically Super Saiyan God, but for PVE. Well, Super Saiyan God's like good for PvP because it boosts your basic attack by 60%, based on what I remember. But in the end, it's like the first character you have to pick can be any. In this game, there any character, any race is good. It's built to allow you to beat the game with any race. Unlike Xenoverse 1, where you have to specifically build a Saiyan character because of the only key spam things you can do with that. Sure, it drains key, but it's like if you go with basic Super Saiyan 1, it's worth it. Or Super Vegeta's worth it. And they have the most customizations because you because of builds because they have so many awokens. They have 3 base awokens that are unique to themselves: Super Saiyan, Super Vegeta, and Future Super Saiyan. Then they have 3 DLC awokens, which is Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, and Super Saiyan God Evolve, or Super Saiyan Blue Evolve. That's 6 awokens. I forgot the Mechans. I forgot the Mechans. The Mechans key base because of one reason alone. Their turn giant form, all the moves is key base, so might as well use a key base character. So that leaves humans with the strike base stuff. Same thing with the Majins because like their base awoken sucks so badly that they're the freest because you can use the generic ones. I forgot Potential Unleash is the thing, but Potential Unleash is very gimmicky. It doesn't offer you anything. Besides, it gives you auto dodge if you stand still, but it consumes stamina, so it's like, is it really worth it? It doesn't even, and basically, you consume 5 bars of ki, which makes it very accurate to the TV show because Goku being very tired when he uses Ultra Instinct, but still, no power boost at all. There's no power boost at all. You know, what they should have done with UI instead is that you slowly drain ki, not drain ki, you slowly drain stamina. You don't consume 5 bars of ki. You transform at 5 bars, but your stamina slowly drain, and once you get stamina broken, you detransform. And you have to start it all over again. Similar to Turn Giant. Well, you give only dodge or something, but then it's gonna be super annoying if that becomes a thing. It'll make UI the best PvP awoken. Let's just keep it gimmicky or something. As is as right now. The best awoken is Beast or PvE. PvP, it is still Potential Unleash. UI does nothing though. It's like a noob tester. It tests if your opponent is a noob in PvP. It's just a noob tester. It's like gatekeeping if you want to test if the person you're playing against is a noob. And that's it. Like, there's no other reason to play UI besides the fact it's just fun to transform mid opponent combo and do the Goku thing where you suddenly disappear, you turn UI, and the back of your opponent is they get damage or something. That's the only good aspect of UI. Everything else not that great. Not that great for PvP. Not that great for PvE. Technically, it's good for PvP if you are mostly against noobs because it's a good noob beater. Because like nobody knows how to. Nobody knows like because it's like it's similar to Exert Mission 11, which is very annoying. You have to only use supers. It's very hard to get supers to get key in PvP. Huh. Maybe I should end. It's already been 2 hours and 50 minutes right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get another person to play. I'm gonna exit the room and I'm gonna go check what's my ranking in this thing. I'm gonna go check my ranking. Because I know I did okay for the raid. But I only did the raid once and after that, it's done. I only did 1 hour of it, then I'm done. Like, because you only just need to get 100k. Being within the top 10 does nothing for you. I don't know. I'm not sure. I never got not top 1. Always been like within the top 3 in the raids. When I put effort into it, like, oh my. I could have just simply teleported there. Oh well. This is some of the question, why do people who have super speed drive a car? Or people can fly, drive a car. Oh my gosh, I am top 1 and the person behind me is Knight 18. And the person, this guy, whatever this person is. And it's region base. Oh my. I got 1002 TP medals. Where did I get that from?
Greetings.
And Head is a very annoying mentor. Not as annoying as who was it again? As Zamasu, but it's very annoying. I'm top 1 somehow in Asia. It makes me want to keep it. But then there's like better players than me. Oh well, if I get kicked out before I fight, I'll just end the stream there. If I have a fight, I'll fight. Let fate decide. There's also Beyblade. I made a tangent to Beyblade because I was like thinking of Beyblade. Suddenly at this moment, I was part of the first generation of Beyblade, which was plastic. The plastic generation. Then Metal Fight happened. Then after that became Burst. And now we're into metal again. Takara Tommy, make up your mind. Make it plastic, make it metal. Don't just keep switching. The only advantage of metal is that it's gonna last longer, theoretically. But the more the metal age, but then again, when plastic ages, when metal ages, it becomes brittle. So either way, not that great. I really can't think of anything. Oh yeah, I was tempted to buy a goldfish today. Because there's a pet store right in front of the restaurant. My mom made us eat at. Technically, my sister made us eat at. So it was very tempting to get a goldfish because of Luke's goldies. But the problem is I don't have the space for it. We don't have the space. For the closest thing I can do is like putting it. Yeah, like there's no space. There's literally no space in the house. Like the only type of fish I can get is like a beta fighting fish, and that's it. And that's it. And I have a phobia of dead things. So it's not worth the phobia scare. Yeah. So yeah, not worth the phobia scare. No matter what people say, like I have a phobia of dead fish. Technically not dead fish, of dead things because one of my mom's workers when I was young showed us one of the dead birds and it traumatized me and now it's deep within my core. I could try removing it by sensitive based therapy where I slowly acclimate myself to my phobia to slowly remove it, which is a thing I have to do because zoology is a thing I have to take for some strange reason. My course is psychology. Why do I need to take zoology? Like, why? Why? I'm not sure. I'm not the person who made psychology a thing. The only thing I know is that the history in my country is that psychology didn't become a thing. It originally branched from philosophy or something. It is it real? Is life real? The simulation theory. If the simulation theory is real, then people believe in God technically are right because the simulation was created by someone else. So there's that. Um, and I'm hungry. I didn't eat. I didn't eat well. I didn't eat well. Mostly because for some strange reason, while we're eating an all-you-can-eat buffet, they stopped bringing up beef. I don't know why. Then again, the restaurant wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. And the potatoes my brother brought back from his restaurant is bad. Then again, it's like rule number one: takeout, not that good for a day. The only thing that would be good that lasts more than a day would be meat. It was potato. It tasted so dry and it tasted so wrong. So it must have been roasted or air fried instead of deep fried. Uh, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball. Unlike One Piece, Dragon Ball can't be reanimated. Like the jokes in Dragon Ball can get a person cancelled. Like the only way someone can reanimate Dragon Ball would be if they reanimate it one to one and they just update the character designs and scenes. They just redo the scenes. They just keep the audio in because there's no way to remake Dragon Ball without losing that aspect that makes Dragon Ball, which is the weird perverted jokes in it, like Goku patting people in the groin because he doesn't know the difference between a boy and a girl. Then again, we don't even know the difference anymore between a boy or a girl. Now people can even answer the question, what is a woman? Uh, then again, the most basic definition is Homo sapien, sapien that is female, and you can define female as as a human who produces egg cells or has ovaries or has an ovum or whatever thing that defines a female. That's what you can do. Uh, then again, there's social contracts as well. But then again, social contracts came about because they are the things that help us succeed in life, in a way. Like, yeah. Going back to Seed Freedom, I really want to watch the movie. I really want to watch. I really want to watch the movie. Sadly, it is still to be announced. I already know the ending of it, and I saw some clips. Like I saw the Akatsuki Gundam having new cool equipment and stuff, which is spoilers. Oh, finally got someone. Thanks in advance. It's a person. Po something Quan Chi La I. Whatever does that mean? Po something Quan Chi I. And the two dots means there are two signals. Two some things. That is whatever. I don't really know. The only thing I know is like this event will last today and tomorrow. But most likely I'll be asleep when it ends. Like what time does it end? I have 18 seconds. It ends tomorrow at 8 p.m. Japanese time, which is like 1 hour ahead of my time. So it's like it'll end at 7.
Here I go.
Vidal, you're going with me through and through. I haven't picked another character. No, I had picked another character. I picked the Great Saiya Woman. Or the Great Saiya Man 2. I don't really know why it's Great Saiya Man 2. But then again, man means Jin in Japanese, and Jin means person. Maybe Seiya person or something. Ay, ay.
Squash you like a bug.
The person has so much help compared to me. And I was able to deal some damage. And never mind. And I most likely will lose my top spot. Oh my gosh. And I lost. Ugh. Then again, it's just 1 point. Like, no, wait. The difference between me and Night Song 18 is like 6 points or something. Oh my. Oh my. I got a one last game. Then again, well. Wait, today is Saturday, right? Yeah, today is Saturday. Yeah, it is Saturday. Wait, it became Sunday. It's 1 a.m. now. Neat. It's 1 a.m. now. Who is this little person or something that suddenly appears? Hmm. Oh, yeah, I just realized something. I just remember something. Crush Gear did not get a modern retelling. Like Beyblade has been rebooted so many times, but Crush Gear has not. The four-wheel drive thing is still ongoing. I don't know if they have a modern retelling. They did try, but didn't do so well. They did try, but didn't do so well because it's like it's racing, but it's not because it's more like a mechanics thing because it's like because based on the course you have to build your car the best way as you can depending of depending on like aerodynamics and stuff. Hmm. I was thinking of buying one, but again, I don't have a track at home and we don't have space. There's no point building. That's why sometimes like, why do I buy myself model kits? I don't have space. Technically, I could make space. I remove all my fake and just post all my original kits because that's the thing. Like, I have so many bootlegs because bootlegs are very cheap and their quality is getting better sometimes. Sometimes it's not, but then if you go to master grade or higher size, they tend to be better. I think, but who knows? It's been a while since I actually built one. Oh yeah, I also do. Sometimes I stream around this time on YouTube called World Box because it makes me go sleep. It makes me feel sleepy. Even though I like playing that game, it makes me feel sleepy. Like I make a world, then I just press fast forward or the debug version fast forward, which is super speed. Then sooner or later I fall asleep. Then it keeps streaming. Then it dies after 4 hours of streaming. So I at least know the battery can last 4 hours. I will, and I'm very tempted to buy the game on Steam and on mobile. Steam, so I can actually stream it while I'm talking to you guys, and it'll be better on Steam because you have more controls. Or I can go do it on mobile, and you guys already know how to play it on mobile. Might as well buy it on mobile, and it's cheaper on mobile. The only difference is I had a problem with it like last month where it removed layers, so I had to delete my save data. So I lost all my achievements and my world. But then again, my world I created because you only have one save world in World Box. It's easy to remake because it's basically like I make two kingdoms, one that's just islands, another which is just one big giant landmass. Then I put a mountain wall and put one island on it, and I make them fight, and that's it. Huh. Huh. There's like no real like Gundam Seed. Let's talk about more about Gundam Seed. Gundam Seed is based on racism, while Universal Century is based on classism. Because if you are given the opportunity to genetically alter your child to be stronger, faster, smarter than the rest of your peers, would you do it? Yes. Yes, you would. Because the fertility problem came at second generation, not first. So there's that. And some coordinators get defects, like person like I read in the wiki, like there's a coordinator who's blind and she can only see because of a visor implant. Uh, I want to know what like. There's also a half coordinator. I don't understand. Is it either a coordinator or a natural? Maybe it's a coordinator and a natural having a kid. But then again, it's like very complicated. Like if you know, yeah. If I also just noticed something. Witch from Mercury, Iron Blooded Orphans, G Recognista. They don't talk about of a superior human type anymore. Because I also heard that the original creator of Gundam believes that humanity will always have war instead of being op- optimistic about humanity having peace. But now he believes humanity will only have war. Which is the thing, we're very violent people. Like you can just look at China's history alone. There's so many civil wars, so many. And they still currently have one because like the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China haven't officially reconciled and make a truce. If they did that, the People's Republic of China can say we don't own Taiwan, and the Republic of China say we don't own China, and they will change the name of Republic of China to Republic of Taiwan. That would be a win-win situation for me, I believe. Like Taiwan becomes its own country, China gets to keep being China, everybody wins. And also the Republic of China will now have less border disputes because like the Republic of China has more border disputes than actual China. Because China, People's Republic of China, solved their border disputes with Russia and with Mongolia. Because there's now Inner Mongolia, which is Chinese, and Mongolia as a country. So there's that. And also, the Republic of China also believes in the 9 dash line or 11 dash line in their case. But they don't enforce it because they have no ability to enforce it, unlike the People's Republic of China. Then again, it's like the 9 dash line thing's kinda annoying. Mostly because it's like you guys joined the foreign courts and it sided with the Philippines. Why do you keep doing this? Like, yeah. I don't even know. I don't think I can think of it's like military bases in the Philippines for frightens China, so that's why they're enforcing their 9 dash line to prevent, because it's like because of how the US puts so many military bases across the world, it makes it so like any country that the US is against will be mean to its neighbors because of that. Or it will be or it's because that they're not as mean. You never know. That's the problem with what ifs. You never know for sure. Like, oh yeah, I used to talk about what ifs in Dragon Ball in my vlogs, VODs or streams sometimes. Like, what if Raditz turn good? I don't think it is plausible. Because the only reason why Yamcha turned good, Tien turned good, and Piccolo turned good is because someone else was stronger. Like Yamcha, Goku was stronger. Tien, Goku and Yamcha were more or less equal. Goku only lost because of bad luck. Piccolo, Goku was stronger than Piccolo. And but technically Piccolo became turned good because of Gohan, so there was a chance. Like there's a chance that Raditz might have turned good if he bonded with his nephew. But if Launch was remembered there, then for sure. Because it's like easy way to tie down a Saiyan is have a strong-willed woman being there. And Launch was available. But then again, there's people who ship Launch with Tien. But then again, Tien runs away from Launch. That says something about the person. And with Super's new telling of Tien, he ran away from Urine, which says something about the person. Like says something that you ran away from two women, which either says the women were very bad or you're not into women. I think that's only for Raditz to turn because like he survives long enough to bond with his nephew. I don't remember if that is a thing in Masako X's What If Raditz Turned Good, which became a whole thing, which is why Raditz suddenly became so popular in the fandom. Okay. Then again, they say if Raditz turns good, they spend time. Gohan might be trained better, or the Earth will not exist. Because Raditz knows about the Great Ape transformation. But then again, it's like, it would be like, Raditz, you failed, so we will kill you alongside the Earthlings or whatever. Or kill the Earthlings or whatever. Who knows? I can't do a Vegeta voice. Who knows with that what if? Well, Raditz. Then again, Gohan might be better. The Earthlings might be better. But who knows? But then again, the fight will more or less end up Goku versus Vegeta classic. Vegeta living in something. This is like Goku died, trains under King Kai. Maybe Piccolo stays alive because Raditz is the one that sacrifices himself, or Piccolo still dies. Raditz is there, and Raditz gets badly injured, and both Raditz and Goku rest together and train together. So Raditz and Goku from 90,000 of Goku's power level to maybe 100,000, maybe 150,000 or something. Who knows? But then it's like dra- because then it's like the Frieza saga is just so it's really dependent that Vegeta survives the Saiyan saga because like without Vegeta, Gohan and Krillin dies because the Doria was only stopped because of Vegeta. So yeah, then Goku turns Super Saiyan, or Raditz, or both Goku and Raditz turn Super Saiyan because Gohan dies. Who knows? If Krillin still dies, Goku. If Gohan dies, Raditz might because they might have bonded or something. Then the future timeline. You either go with you keep the future timeline intact or you don't. If you keep it intact, it'll be easier on us. If you don't keep it intact, then you have to first make the original future in this what if. Like, okay, let's go there. Raditz Launch has a kid, Ranch, which Machiko X has made. It's his OC. Or whoever is the male version of Ranch or whatever. Raditz has a kid. That's it. That's the only thing we know. Vegeta more or less stays the same. Goku dies. Or something. Or he does not. Because it's like, or he does not. Because Raditz and because maybe Raditz wants to use the dragon was to bring back his mom or something. Because it's like we know we know Gine was a very kind person. Maybe Raditz might bring back his mom or something. Or his and please note original Dragon Balls made by Kami can resurrect a person even if it's more than 1 year. The problem is two things: the body or them or the or the amount of people you're bringing back. But because it's so wishy-washy, because Goku's body suddenly disappeared and went to the afterlife, so there's that. But then again, Gine died on planet Vegeta. First, you have to resurrect planet Vegeta. Then you have to wait a year. Then you can resurrect the Saiyan race. Might as well, or you resurrect. Yeah, you just resurrect Bardock and Gine, which is bring back my parents or something. Then you. There's that. But then again, if Raditz. Yeah, Raditz will most likely travel with Bulma and if Goku becomes a Super Saiyan or something. Who knows? Who knows, really? Maybe. Maybe. But again, there's so many what ifs within what ifs, so there's that. Yeah, that's why Masako simplifies his what ifs. Like, he also puts choices. Like, I really dislike his what if Goku won the World Martial Arts Tournament and he made Tien, but then again, he put it up to the vote of the fans, And there's a lot of people who dislike Saiyans getting what they earn, which is being the main character. Like they pick the end on that one. But then again, if you pick Goku, it will more or less course corrects themselves. So there's that. But the fact that he somehow continued the story, because the thing is, if Goku is weaker, Raditz without Gohan, but then again, it's just so complicated about that. What if then? Going back to my take on what if Raditz turns good, there's really nothing much that changes in the Makosoko X version though. Maybe it's like they have more kids or something because Raditz seems like a more normal like person compared to Vegeta, who is weird because he wants to beat Goku, and Goku has brain damage, so there's that. So they might have more kids, but then it's like Masako X already made the version, and it's more or less okay. Just read his version or whatnot. It's like Masako X, what if what if Raditz turns good? The future saga happens. Raditz's kids, Gohan, Vegeta's kid, they survive. One of the either Gohan, but again, Raditz's kid would be more or less in the same age group as Trunks, so there's that. The only thing that does is that Trunks might be stronger than Ken because he has a training partner instead of being by himself. But in the end, it's like too many what ifs. And based on the manga, is that the androids were equal to their main timeline counterparts. It's just that they were just playing the whole time. That's why they never got stronger. Uh, it's been more than 5 or how many minutes. How am I still in this game? Like, wouldn't they kick me out or something? Mm. Then Bulma makes a time machine. Whoever, either Trunks or Ranch comes out. Most likely Ranch because it's easier because maybe by then Ranch would be born. So it makes more sense. That's why I kind of dislike it, like Masako X weird alteration to making future Trunks his consistent element and all of his what ifs no longer the consistent element. So there's that. Yeah. Comes in, tells Goku and her father because she's most likely born. Here's the medicine. Train hard. Goes back. It's basically the future Trunks saga, except Trunks and Ranch might come out together in the time machine. Who knows? Or Bulma makes it a two-seater or something. Who really knows with time travel? Then again, there was enough space to fit Goku, Trunks, Bulma, and Vegeta inside the chair. So making a two-seater, it is possible. So Saga more or less becomes the same. The only difference is that Ranch and Raditz has a day training together, and Raditz wouldn't have such a pride, so he'll learn the Master Super Saiyan state. They both train. Ranch gets the Master Super Saiyan state. Raditz then Raditz and blah blah comes out. Then Ranch tells future Gohan, who's mostly there, about the Master Super Saiyan state. Then he and she goes in together to train up. But more or less is to train Trunks up to bring out the Master Super Saiyan state. Then they try and push it. Or something. Maybe Ranch will try to check if the Master Super Saiyan state is compatible with Grade 2. Because like Grade 2 as transformation is viable. It gives you a 50% boost or 30% boost to raw power. Doesn't increase speed at all, but gives huge power gain. So that's good enough. So who knows? But still, it all depends on Gohan still. Then Ranch Future Gohan goes back. They kill the androids. Blah blah blah. Then Buu Saga happens. Trunks, Goten, and Ranch or whoever Raditz Kids is are friends and stuff. Then it's just basically the same. Just basically the same. Like, but things like Vegeta would have a trio-ray rivalry with the two Saiyans, like that or something. Who knows? Maybe he and Raditz will have a main rivalry similar to Masako X's. But then again, it depends who defeated Vegeta in the Saiyan saga. Like who defeats Vegeta in the Saiyan saga is where Vegeta will point his anger to. Then Buu Saga more or less remains the same. Well, it remains the same, or there's no Majin Vegeta because like the main reason Majin Vegeta became a thing was because he never had the closure of fighting Goku one last time. But Raditz is here, so may not exist. Then we can go into Super, but if we go into Super, it'll be more complicated. But then it's like Super, Raditz, Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, Trunks, Raditz's kid, and Goten. There's more than enough Saiyans to turn a Super Saiyan God. So Videl never tells that she's pregnant. More or less the same. Resurrection of F. Raditz is involved, and that's about it. So Raditz, who will be still fresh, will see what Frieza is doing and maybe fire. So Whis never tells them of his time rewind ability. So that's the possibly only difference that Raditz pays attention to the Vegeta Frieza beatdown, and he saw Frieza about to power up and destroy the planet, and just kills him before Vegeta, and tells him that Vegeta, you were too busy playing with Frieza and something. Then Universe 6 verse 7, where they have three Piccolo's already there. Monaka might replace Majin Buu, or Majin Buu's there. So either way, it more or less stays the same with Hit giving up to whoever if Monaka is there to Monaka. Then the Goku Black thing. Goku Black is still gonna be the same. It's gonna be Goku Black because Goku is the one who knows Kaioken, shows he's able to power himself even further. So there's that. Stays the same. Yeah, literally stays the same. Who knows? Maybe Ranch dies or Trunks dies. Who knows? But then again, there's two people involved, and and based on what we remember, is that that Goku Black was more or less equal to Trunks. But then again, with Ranch there, Trunks' version of the Buu Saga might be safe because she might be able to kill the Bura or something, or might have gotten her Super Saiyan 2 form because it's like we have Pan as our example of a human Saiyan hybrid that's a girl, and she's she has a lot of spunk. So maybe she loves fighting. So yeah. So maybe she kept training unlike Trunks who became lazy because that's a problem with half Saiyans. They tend to become lazy. So maybe she trains, she fights, she's able to kill Black and few Zamasu happens, but Black never gets transformed because he only got to transform after fighting Goku. Then finally they go back in time, or maybe the Vegeta, the Raditz, or whoever in their timeline is revived because Trunks might remember, or Raditz' kid might remember, to ask the Namekians for help to revive their friends. It might be better, but who knows? Who knows? There's so many what ifs. But then again, the ending might be the same because of Fuse Zamasu becomes a thing. Like if Trunks or Raditz's kids is able to kill Goku Black, Fuse Zamasu is too weak. Don't think there'll be a problem for them with that Fuse Zamasu immortal, so they can't do anything. So they might go back in time to get the Mafuba, and that's about it. But more or less, and the same, they becoming a non-issue because what happened in Future Trunks right now makes him a non-issue character. That would also explain why there's a Future Trunks in Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Online because, oh my gosh, there's a spare Trunks in that timeline. Might as well take that one. Then Universal Tournament happens. There's Raditz, so that means Frieza doesn't get a spot because it's like Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, Gohan, Piccolo, that's 5, 18, 17, Krillin, Tien, Master Roshi, that's already 10. Maybe Master Roshi's too old, so they replace him with Frieza or something, but who knows. But then again, it might change the dynamic. Because then again, we don't know much about Raditz's personality except he is like he's generic sane personality, less prideful compared to Vegeta, so he might be willing to do the fusion dance. And we know that Vegito and Gogeta has the potential to surpass Beerus. So if they turn into a fusion, they easily defeat everyone there in the Tournament of Power. Then Goku wishes back everybody else. Then we go to manga spoilers. Then we go to another what if, which is like which is what if Nappa turned good. It's mostly because of Vegeta staying dead. I do not get why Vegeta stayed dead. I do not know why. It wasn't properly explained to me why Vegeta stayed dead in that one. In literally that one, it's like, and also they kept Nappa single when in the anime and manga it was Nappa's idea to start start making a farm to have Saiyan hybrid army children. Like Nappa would have an army. Nappa would try to make an army or something. The only difference is instead of Nappa dying, Goku used Kaioken times 2, saves Nappa before Vegeta could kill him, and they fight. Nothing changes because Nappa is being carried by Krill and Gohan. Krill and Gohan leaves Nappa there. Vegeta and Saint Saga repeats. Only difference is Nappa is there. He's being taken care of. He becomes Uncle Nappa. They bond, whatnot. Goes to the Namek Saga. More or less stays the same. Depend, but then again, Nappa really needs a Senzu bean to save him. So he might need a Senzu to get the full power. So there's that. So he might so become he basically replaces Raditz in my what if. If Nappa turns good there, then Nappa just strains. He gets beat up more because but they become stronger. Yeah, yeah, it's just more or less the same. It becomes more or less the same. Vegeta tries to become more powerful via Zenkai, but Nappa's there fighting. But then again, Nappa had a power level of only 100,000. So maybe Nappa will also do Vegeta's strat. So they both become 2.5 million in power or 3 million in power. Who knows? With Saiyan Zenkais or Saiyan power, whatnot. Then Goku happens. Goku saves the day. Future timeline happens. Vegeta is revived because I will not understand. It says they made a wish to revive everyone who was killed by Frieza and Vegeta. Now what if got killed by Frieza? So don't get why they omitted Frieza. I mean, they omitted Vegeta. Maybe it's because Magical X wants a Yamcha X Bulma pairing. Then again, Bulma is too good for Yamcha. Like Yamcha is a bandit, and he's not even the top. He like he's like a famous baseball player, but like, eh. And he has a very weak will and stuff like. Eh. So similar thing to except Nappa might have a Nappa might start looking for women to have kids with. He might be with Launch. Who knows? He might find someone else. He might find Suno in the northern region because Suno is somehow so into Aether or whatever. He replaces Aether or whatnot and with not wherever Nappa finds someone, wherever that person is, and Bulma finances that thing or whatnot, or Nappa doesn't have a kid and ends up becoming the butler for Vegeta and Bulma, or becomes the surrogate uncle to Gohan, similar to how Piccolo is the surrogate uncle. Then again, Piccolo and Gohan are best friends. They're not uncles, and it's not an uncle-parent relationship because Piccolo's just 4 years older than Gohan. So 4 or 5 years older. More or less stays the same. Nappa might be the one to die, so future Gohan gets back or something. Then again, like future or then again future Raditz might be. Then again, in what if Ranch turns good? Raditz is dead or something. I'm not really sure. I have to rewatch it to double check. But who knows if Raditz dies in that what if Masako made. But then again, in my what if Vegeta can't do it, Nappa can't do it. They both die except that because Nappa is there, Gohan might have a better foundation, might teach Trunks better, but more or less stays the same in the future timeline. No difference is the main timeline. So Nappa might be willing to train with Trunks when his second round on the time chamber. So yeah, and we will finally have a Super Saiyan with mustache. Besides the CCs. Busaga more or less the same. Nappa or Vegeta might turn Majin. Nappa because he has a thing against Vegeta because Vegeta was about to kill him. Na Vegeta might turn Majin because Goku might kill himself again. No, let him stay dead, which I find very very bad. Battle of the Gods, Nappa, Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, Goten, Trunks. They have enough, so Vidal's pregnancy still remains a secret. Universe 6-7, Nappa might be watching. He might replace the Raditz role or whatnot. Or Vegeta ends up watching because Vegeta wants a rock paper scissor thing. And Vegeta is the one who ends Frieza by watching the fight carefully, seeing Frieza about to destroy the planet. Universe 6 versus Universe 7. Same thing. Goku Black Arc. Same thing. Universe of Power Arc. Same thing. Same thing. Oh, what's next? What's next? And that's about it when it comes to what if Nappa turns good because it's like it's always gonna be more or less same thing because it's like it's always gonna course correct themselves in the end. I forgot the Broly movie, but having Raditz there doesn't really change anything. Same thing with Nappa. Doesn't really change anything. Excuse me. It doesn't really change anything. Um, there's other what ifs that Masako did that I'm not okay with, but it's like, oh, finally, oh my gosh, I finally got kicked out by going to the lobby. I was like wondering why. And you got, anyways, thank you for watching and bye bye.